So welcome to our time of meditation this morning in this kind of liminal space between Christmas and New Year's. The time where I don't quite know what day it is, what I'm supposed to be doing, or what time it is, but here we are, and that is the best. So let us begin. I invite you to just relax into your chair. Allow it to support you. Maybe you notice your feet on the floor, your back up against the seat, your hips solid and secure. And taking this deep breath in, letting it go. Another breath. In this one, just proceeding at your own pace with your breath, just allowing it to be natural. We'll begin this time by becoming fully aware and fully present. Present using the body as the portal. The body can only be present in this moment. So it is the perfect way to access the divine. So keeping your feet on the ground, closing your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or if it feels right, just using soft eyes. You might want to focus like a spot on the ground, just something to keep you present. Uncross your legs, uncross your arms. Just noticing the breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your mouth. Allowing your breath to become slower, deeper. And with each in-breath, going a little deeper. With each out-breath, letting go a little bit. Breathing in, going deeper. Breathing out, letting go. And one more time, breathing in and breathing out. Noticing your feet on the ground once again. Notice how they feel in your shoes on the floor. What do they touch? Does it feel good or hard or tight? You can adjust, or you can simply notice. Allowing your spine to lengthen and to relax. Now beginning at the base of the spine, just imagine your vertebrae as like a string of pearls. Beginning at the base of your spine, just bringing your attention up through each vertebrae, just as you would a string of pearls. Bringing it up, all the way up to the neck. Now bringing that string up to the top of your head. And maybe giving them a little imaginary tug. Just straightening your spine so that the energy flows through you freely as you. In this time together, setting aside any cares or concerns, letting them go, giving them to Spirit, and Spirit takes them. For in this moment, you are absolutely present and absolutely loved. There is an energy that flows through us, an energy around us, an energy that sustains us. This energy is only love. And as we relax and breathe into this energy of the divine, we know all is well. All is well. We know the guidance of the universe is ours. We open our hearts and our minds to what is ours to do in this life. We open, knowing Spirit is here. Spirit is with us, leading every step, holding us, loving us. Any cares or concerns are dissolved. We give them to Spirit, knowing Spirit takes them from us, and we allow God to be God within us and around us. So breathing in once more and letting go. Allowing the breath to help you be present. Or listening to sounds if that helps. Just being present in this moment, allowing God to be God within you, around you, as you, in the silence. just continuing to focus on the breath. If mind wanders, just bringing your attention back on the inhale and the exhale. As we remain in this time of meditation, let us know Spirit moves through us, with us, as us. And when we leave this time, let us know that we are blessed, we are loved, we have everything we need to bring forth all that we are in every needed way. In this moment, we have been touched by the presence of love, and it is ours. And as you are ready, just slowly, gently bring your attention back into this room.
Lightning brightening the evening sky. Night's exciting, I'm safe inside. Spirit hears it all night long, brings me peace within, brings me peace within. Liking hiking the mountainside, pine trees bring me what can I hide. Nature makes sure I won't feel old. Breeze is pleasing and it feels, I can feel it in my soul. It brings me peace within, brings me peace within. Praying, singing my heart's desire, Spirit near us all the while. Good friend would spend time with me, smiles, trials, memories bring me peace within, brings me peace within.
Welcome to the newly expanded Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living, integrating RGCSL and the Unity community. The RGSL community. Thank you for turning off your cell phones and anything else that would make noise so we can enjoy the sanctity of our time together. If joining online, welcome. We're so glad you're here. You can click on closed captioning if you need assistance. My name is Tamara Williams. My pronouns are she and her. And I'm so grateful for each one of us joining together, whether online or in the building. Together we are transforming our world with the power of love in action. I want to take a minute to honor the many folks who are love in action today, supporting our celebration this morning. Our musical inspiration is our Director of Musical Inspiration, Susan Clark, and we also have accompanying her, John Talon. Yay! Our dedicated tech team of Jennifer and Cheryl, our greeter, Doug, and there might be somebody helping him, I can't see that, and our food angels and Spirit Bomb Bookstores team. We also have licensed practitioners serving us today. Nancy Bowers is holding high watch, and the opening prayer and the reading will be done by practitioner Chris Duvall. And Rev Deb will host our celebration and offer our inspirational message for the day. And now, here are a few brief announcements. Cheryl Ray will offer Healing Touch after service today. And we have all sorts of events I wanted to let you know. There's also on the website, on the screen, if you came a little early, and in the print bulletin. But be sure to check your calendar for Letting Go on New Year's Eve, December 31st, which is a Tuesday. We'll have the Burning Bowl ceremony at 6 p.m., a transformative ritual to release something that no longer services you. Let's start the new year fresh. And just a reminder that the RGCSL office is closed and reopen on Thursday, January 2nd. There will be no Abundance Project class until January 6th at 7. And next Sunday, Rev Deb will host the sacred celebration of the White Stone ceremony, a very special way to greet the new year and to release the past. There are 3 new classes being offered in January. Rev Gill is teaching a new foundations class, Rev Kamatara is teaching the roots of new thought, and Rev Deb is teaching the journey back to self. So you can find more information about them on the website or talk to them in person or contact them in other ways. Also, on January 9th, from 6:30 to 8:30, you're invited to watch the documentary, What is New Thought? Popcorn will be provided, and you bring a beverage, love offering, family, and friends. And also a very special reminder to put it on your calendar that on Sunday, February 16th, from 12 to 4, you'll get the opportunity to give back to our larger community by giving blood. There's a sign-up sheet on the back, and there's also opportunities online, so you can help yourself, help people in need, and help the community by giving some blood. And now it's time for our evocation.
So we let the sounds of the chimes harmonize our spirit, our spirits with the divine source, the source of love, light, wholeness, truth, peace, harmony, joy. We allow that presence within us to connect securely to that presence beyond, that transcendent being in which we all live and move and have our being. We turn from the darkness to the light and allow anything that no longer serves us to fall away so that we can freely express that life which flows through us so generously, and that we might offer ourselves as representatives of that one to all who we meet. And I'm so grateful for this community, this service, which supports the work of Spirit in our lives and in the world. And so I just allow this time to unfold perfectly, gracefully, and with divine intention. And let's say together, and so it is.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? I feel kind of mellowed out. You can remain seated for this first chant song. Very beautiful one by Karen Drucker. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it to me. I send my joy, sing a little louder over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy over the heavens, and it returns to me. My power, I send my power.
Send my power
over the mountains. I send my power,
send my power
over the sea. I send my power into the heavens, and it returns to me. Peace, I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my faith over the mountains. I send my faith into the sea. I send my faith into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my faith over the mountains. I send my faith over the sea. I send my faith into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my hope over the mountains. I send my hope over the sea. I send my hope into the heavens, and it returns to me. And it returns to me. And it returns to me.
Did anybody else get chill bumps over that song? I don't know. So welcome once again to the newly expanded Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Community. This is a place where we honor the many names for God, the many paths to God, and every single expression of God. My name is Reverend Deb O'Connor. My pronouns are she and her, and I am your celebration host and speaker this morning. In this spiritual community, we are anchored in the principles of science of mind, of unity, and new thought, ageless wisdom. What we teach can be distilled down to a few basic concepts. First, there is only one power in the universe that is known by many names, and that each one of us is an expression of that one power, the divine. Second, we enhance our awareness of our connection to the divine through prayer and meditation, through learning and service. Third, because our thoughts are creative, we encourage ourselves and others to be anchored in spiritual principle. Fourth, we know that everything in our life is either an expression of love or a call for love. No exceptions. Finally, each one of us is whole, perfect, and complete, just as we are. While there may be some thoughts and our behaviors that we want to let go of, there is not anything that we need to add to who we are to be worthy of love and respect. We want to take this moment to honor you being here now, to recognize your powerful presence and the gift that you are to this world. And if this is your first time here, we'd love to honor you with a blessing. So if you're comfortable, you can stand or just remain where you are, and let's just get the energy of love flowing through us as us. Know this blessing is for you. We see you. We know who you really are. We appreciate you. Welcome home.
Thank you, Deb. Rev Deb. I am gonna have you stand on this one, and I brought my percussion toys. So I would really appreciate your participation. If you feel so moved, there's a percussion instrument that's calling out your name. And if all the instruments go, you know the first instrument. So there's something for everybody. Oh, there's still a couple up there. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, Tamara needs that orange there. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this this healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Same thing. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, wonderful friends. Want to say thank you to each and one of you. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful for you. So happy you're here today. All right. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day.
So I have a couple of readings. The first one is from the Science of Mind textbook. It's page 448. The whole purpose of the science of mind is to reconcile the apparent separation of the spiritual world, which must be perfect, with the material world, which appears imperfect. The spiritual world is the cause of the material. We are spiritual beings governed by mental law. Only that world can appear to us which we mentally perceive. Our experience is the logical outcome of our inner vision. Our horizon is limited to the confines of our own consciousness. Wherever this consciousness lacks a true perspective, its outward expression will lack proper harmony. This is why we are taught to be transformed by the renewing of our minds. Since no one lives by proxy, but each unto themselves, every individual must make the test in their own soul. And I have another reading, and this one is from Myrtle Fillmore, from the New Thought Archives online, her chapter 7, Understanding the Body, Myrtle Fillmore's Healing Letters. Unity says, God in the midst of you is mighty to quicken, to cleanse, to heal, to restore to wholeness, to prosper. Look within yourself to the Christ mind for the light that will flood your soul and enable you to see yourselves and your affairs in right relation to God and your fellow human beings. The body is the result of our use of God-given faculties and powers. We have needed such a temple, and the soul has built it. Sometimes we fail to remember that the temple is for the use of the Holy Spirit. Sometimes the belief in lack or in darkness or time comes in to cause us to do things which are not good for the body temple. When there is evidence of this, We should not seek to whip the body into submission and comfort by outer means or even by mental treatment. We should prayerfully seek the understanding of the soul's need and bring ourselves into harmony with the God mind.
Well, the problem is not what you haven't got. You've got everything you need, and the proof can be found springing from the ground. There's a mighty tree from just a little seed. Now what we want here is to get very clear and put our heart's desire first. Till we make up our mind, we're sure to find the questioning voice of the universe, asking what is your intention? What do you want to do? And tell me what is your intention? What can I do for you? Tell me what is your intention? What do you want to be? And tell me what will make you free. Well, you don't need to know just how it's gonna go. Give the details up for now. When there's nothing between you and your dream, that's more important than when, where, or how. 'Cause life's precious gold is an ember in our soul, waiting to become a fire. And no matter the choice, there's always a voice saying, I will give you more than you can desire. Just tell me what is your intention? What do you want to do? And tell me what is your intention? What can I do for you? Tell me what is your intention? Who do you want to be and what? Just tell me what will make you free. Do it here, ask it now, make it clear just exactly how. And tell me what is your intention? What do you want to do? Tell me what is your intention? What can I do for you? Tell me what is your intention? What do you want to be? And tell me what, just tell me what will bring you peace. Tell me what, just tell me what will make you free.
Thank you for that, Susan. That song, I don't know if those of you from Unity remember, was actually sung at our first service 19 years ago by Lori and Robert, who wrote it. They came to our service, so that feels really at home for me today. Thank you. Yes, thank you. So it is so great to be here. This is, I think, the first talk I've given since Gil and I shared our first Sunday. So, and it feels so right as we enter this new year. And today, as we're in that space of where our attention typically turns to the new year. You know, the Christmas decorations are still kind of up, but I think for most of us, our attention is kind of looking towards what's next. Maybe we're wondering what the new year will look like, or we're wondering how we can be more fulfilled, how we could be more on track with our life, more intentional in creating the life that we came here to live. And we're fortunate for us in this time and place that we live in a time of possibility that perhaps previous generations didn't have. You know, many of us are the children of Depression-era parents. And for those of that generation, life was hard. And so their focus had to be to get ahead and to provide materially for their families. And because of our parents' dedication, some of us may have had an easier time of life. I know I did. But I know I used to just annoy my father mercilessly when I would talk about how I thought this world could be improved upon. You know, I was 14, I knew everything. How this world could be more fair, how there could be a greater opportunity for everyone. And my father would say, just wait till you find out about the real world. Because for many of our parents, there didn't seem to be a whole lot of room for possibility beyond the daily grind of building material security. Spiritual expression, spiritual awareness, beyond the obligatory attending church on Sundays, it didn't enter into the real world for many in our parents' generation. And if that wasn't true for you, if your parents supported you in a spiritual life, I'm so grateful for you, and you are so blessed. But many of us didn't. In recent times, we've been blessed with the freedom to explore our spirituality. We've had the opportunity to be exposed to different teachings and heard about different spiritual experiences, and so much is offered right here at Rio Grande. So we have the opportunity to live beyond the purpose of trying to eke out a living. We can claim for ourselves a higher purpose. We can live with the higher intention of knowing and expressing God as only we can. And I think the most important scriptural, that's a hard word to say. It writes so much easier. Scriptural message for this idea can be found in the Gospel of Thomas, where it says, if you bring forth what is within you, it will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, it will destroy you. That's kind of a rough verse. It's not all warm and fuzzy, is it? I was reading a book by Stephen Cope called The Great Work of Your Life, a guide for the journey of your true calling. And he says he has experienced the exquisite feeling of bringing forth what is within you. And he says it comes when he's writing a book, when he is doing what is his to do. And the feeling of doing what is his to do may come for a little bit, and then it retreats. but he feels doing what is his to do when he is totally in the moment. When he is saying or writing what is his to say. It doesn't mean what he wrote is any good in a mass market kind of way, but it is what is his to say. And it is in doing that, saying what is his to say, is what has saved him. Have you ever experienced that? Those times when you are totally yourself, being who you came here to be. That saves you because that is when you are expressing the divine. You know that kind of kerchunk, right? I am being who I came here to be. I am here expressing the purpose that I was created to do. We all come from a creator energy, created with our own specific gifts and talents, created to make a difference in the world. But sometimes it takes us a little while to figure out what that is, right? I'm going to start out with some examples of people who have found ways to do what is within them, and then we'll look at some things that kind of might block us from doing what is ours to do. So the first example is a man named Mark. He's developing a new educational format in the building of an alternative prep school. Another woman named Sandy, who she says is, quote, mastering the art of nursing hospice patients. Another woman practices day and night, mastering Beethoven's string quartets. And there's another who is mastering the task of parenting an adolescent. Doing what is ours to do does not have to be bells and whistles and show the world. It only needs to be who you are and being that in the world. These people have found a vehicle for bringing who they are into this physical reality. It's what lights them up, makes them feel most alive. It's what saves them. And if they didn't do it, it would destroy them. Their lives might seem sort of gray. Or as Henry David Thoreau said, everything but doing that will seem like a distraction. Stephen Cope teaches at the Kripalu Center for Yoga in Massachusetts. Hundreds of students pass through their doors each year for retreats and seminars. And he says that in every class he teaches, he begins by asking the students to name what they've come for. 75% say, I want to come home to my true self. Over and over and over again is what people come to spiritual centers for, and maybe that's true for you here today. And as Stephen explores further with them, he finds what they're looking for is to live their lives with clarity and focus, to stop living in confusion and doubt about what they are to do with their lives. You might say they are looking for how to bring forth what is within them so that it doesn't destroy them if they don't. Much of the spiritual practices that we do are focused on being peace, being love. One of my favorite sayings was written on the board one day when I walked into a class in ministerial school, and it said, let your being be the ground of your doing. And next week in our White Stone ceremony, we will be discerning that after a guided meditation. But when Thomas is talking about bringing forth, he's talking about doing, not just being. It's the doing that saves us. Bringing who we are into this physical reality. Because the world needs us to do that, right? Stephen Cope says, of the people who come through Kripalu wanting to live from a higher purpose, most of them are in fact living right now very close to it. It could be true for you. But they're close, but they're not doing it because there's a doubt. Some kind of fear that's keeping them from actually living as who they are created to be. And sometimes, for some of us, this doubt gets so strong, it paralyzes us. It's like we know there's something more that we want to do, but we can't seem to get there. It can be like we've put down a folding chair right in the middle of the crossroads of our lives, and we just sit down. We don't do a thing. This doubt that causes us to put down our folding chair shows up in 3 ways. The first is we're afraid of closing the door to what was. Because if we're going to step into something new, usually you have to close the door behind you to move forward. The second is we might be denying what our higher purpose is, right? Doing what we've always done feels so comfortable and so safe. But there's a great cost if we don't go forward. And the third is there is a problem with our aim. There's a woman named Catherine who for many years has been the dean of a small private girls' school. And she's a prime example of fear of closing the door to what was. Catherine has been loved by several generations of students, mothers and daughters who have come through this school. And for years, she has loved what she does. She knows she's doing exactly what is hers to do. Anyone who is known here would say she has thrived in her role, and she has changed lives. But now she's tired. Things have changed. She's starting to get irritable with the faculty. She forgets to attend important meetings. In her heart of hearts, she knows she's finished. And in private, she's admitted it. But Catherine is absolutely terrified. She's completely unsure of what might come next. She's afraid that if she leaves her position, she will be devastatingly lonely, that only her cats will need her. Yet she knows there's something else calling her. And sometimes she gets a whiff of it. She thinks that instead of being dean, well, maybe she could teach English literature to her students. She would be free then from the burdens of a deanship, work only a few hours a week, and garden, something that she loves to do. She sometimes even visualizes how perfect this would be and how well it would meet her energies at this stage of her life. English literature has been one of her undying loves, and she could now give that to her students in small doses. When she visualizes this new calling, this new purpose for her life, she feels a sense of possibility. But then fear comes. She starts to think. Maybe she won't be invited to all the important meetings to discuss the future of the school. Maybe they'll think of her as being washed up. So she thinks, well, I'll just stick it out for another year. At the very least, there'll be a little bit more in my retirement package. Catherine has been paralyzed by this dilemma for more than 3 years. She's not happy. She's stuck. She's stuck because she's had a taste of what coming home to herself looks like. Being the dean was what was hers to do for a long time, and she loved it. But now she's done. And she knows for her to live her next expression is going to require her to take some kind of leap. She's going to have to close the door behind her before the next door will open. She's right on the edge of doing this. She gets scared, so she sets down her folding chair. And who knows if she'll ever get up. Okay. So there's another kind of doubt that might be a little bit more common than Catherine's, and it's a denial of what living your purpose is. It's the story about a woman named Ellen who, when Stephen Cope asked her about her vocation in life, she replied, "Well, I don't really have a calling. I wish I did, but I don't." And at the time, Ellen was a head nurse in the psychiatric unit of a local VA hospital. She was greatly respected and loved at that hospital. Although already a master at her craft, she was always learning more. But she describes herself as just a regular old worker bee. I'm not one of those people with a high calling. She loves to help people, to support people, to love people, to be of service, not only at work, but all around her community in the town of Albany, New York. She helps an elderly woman with Alzheimer's. She takes care of a friend with a brain tumor. Generous to her fault, her Thanksgiving table is a sight to behold and a place where everyone is welcomed, and she just loves it. Her best friend Dee said that when she first met Ellen, she kept looking for cracks in her generosity. Like, no one can be this generous, can they? She must secretly be resentful in some way, right? Finally, Dee concluded with astonishment that she actually does enjoy giving that much. That's her calling. Generosity and support. Ellen has a brother named Henry, who's a well-known film producer. His life is dramatic and exciting, and he's rich. Ellen has always felt overshadowed by him and believes because her purpose is not dramatic and public like Henry's, it must not really be something. But her very life is her higher purpose. She's doing it, but she doesn't realize it. In her case, it includes her job, but giving is her joy and her purpose in life. So I would invite you to think of, what do you love to do? When do you feel most like yourself? It doesn't have to be a job. It just has to be you, bringing forth one of the qualities that you are. And I'm guessing if you think for a minute, you're going to know what it is. But there's another common way that doubt or paralysis shows up, and it's called the problem of aim. There's a young man named Brian who's a priest in a Roman Catholic parish. He was young, as most are, when he came to seminary in Boston. He knew he had a vocation in the priesthood and had felt it stirring early in his high school days. He always loved to be in church. It held a magic for him. But now in his mid-40s, he's slightly confused about his vocation. He loves the church and he believes the church is an important institution. But he's coming to realize that what he really loves, what really gets him up in the morning, is the music of the church. He's an accomplished organist. He has a beautiful Irish tenor voice. But now he realizes, as he leads Mass, that he'd really rather be directing the choir or singing instead of being behind the altar. He says, I just don't feel like a priest. I feel like a musician. I feel like a transgendered person before the operation. I look like a priest, but under the cassock, it's not quite me. So Brian made it close to his purpose, but he just missed it by a little bit. And he's a good priest. He just knows he would be happier as the musician. But for him to live his higher purpose, he would have to give up a lot. His mother was so proud of him when he entered the priesthood, and he spent a lot of time studying to become a priest. We can understand why Brian would feel stuck. So after years of sitting on that folding chair at the crossroads, he went to his bishop and he told him of his dilemma. The bishop patted him on the head and told him, all priests have doubts. Take a sabbatical and you'll feel better. O'Brien did take a sabbatical, during which his higher purpose was as a church musician. He ended up doing that. He realized being the musician was it. In the Gita, the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna, you cannot be anyone you want to be. You cannot be anyone you want to be. Doesn't that fly in the face of what some of us have been told, right? You can be whatever you want to be. A lot of us have come to believe and been told that we can be anyone we want to be. Yet scientists now tell us that every brain, every one of our brains, is like a fingerprint. It's utterly unique. So too, every nervous system, every human mind, every human body, every spirit is utterly unique. You might say that every person's purpose is like an internal fingerprint. Stephen Cope says, it is the subtle interior blueprint of your soul. And it is yours and yours alone. You can only be you. You can do certain things. You can follow your path to doing what is yours to do. But it's yours. You can't be anyone. You must be you. Whatever your calling, your purpose, your intention is, it doesn't have to be something that garners a lot of attention or pays a lot of money. It doesn't even have to be your career. It is bringing forth your intrinsic gifts. And as we saw with Catherine, the dean of the girls' school, maybe the way your purpose expresses changes over time. Catherine found a new way of expressing it. Sitting in her folding chair on the crossroads of life, she got a call to be the editor of a small and struggling journal of nature writing. The journal had been well known, but had fallen on hard times. Catherine had been on their board for 6 years. It was the one thing in her life that really lit her up. But without warning, the editor of that journal left right in the middle of the recession. The journal couldn't pay much, but they offered Catherine the job anyway. Catherine was thrilled. It combined her talents for writing and editing as well as her love of organic gardening. Included her devotion to nature as well as her concern about the future of the planet. It was a small engagement, but for Catherine, it was very, very large. So, many of us find ourselves on the brink of doing what's next. We find ourselves on the brink of, what am I here to do with my life? We might not know. We go within and Spirit knows. It's the blueprint for you. But as is so normal, when we're up to something big, which is anything that steps us out of our comfort zone, doubt comes up, fear comes up. There's the fear of closing the door, the thought of we don't have a true purpose or we're a little off target. But there's one more thing that keeps us stuck. Before I tell you what it is, I'm going to tell you the antidote for it. The antidote is called pronoia. Have you heard of this? Okay. Pronoia is not a word that you'll find in Webster's dictionary, but it's kind of a real word. And that Rob Bresney wrote a book called Pronoia is the Antidote for Paranoia. Right? So have you ever, so you get kind of a nudge to step out of your comfort zone, do something big, whatever, and you feel like you're alone? Have you felt like this? Like, I have to figure this out. Everything's up to me. I have to find the right schools, the right avenue. What paralyzes us is the fear that things are against us, that we are alone in endeavoring to live our higher purpose. But pronoia is the belief that everything is working for you. You are here to live your higher purpose, placed in you by the Creator. How could you not be supported in living it? How could you not? When you open to your purpose, and I know you have heard this a zillion times, the universe lines up to meet you. Our only work is setting aside those folding chairs that we've put in the crossroads of saying, no, I'm stuck. Everything's good here. Leave me be. We get to move our chairs. We get to trust that the universe is with us, guiding us, supporting us in doing what we were created to do. So maybe this year, we set the intention to bring forth what is within us and let us know that even though there are those natural fears and doubts, we can keep moving because we are divinely supported in doing what we came here to do. Can be no other way. I'm going to close with a quote from Rumi. You were born with potential. You were born with goodness and trust. You were born with ideals and dreams. You were born with greatness. You were born with wings. You are not meant for crawling, so don't. You have wings. Learn to use them and fly. Well, maybe we could anchor that right now in just a moment of prayer. Just coming into the center of yourself and touching that heart space. That heart space where everything that is yours to do is written. It was written on your heart before you were born. So in this space, let us open. Let us just surrender for how Spirit longs to express through us and as us. Let us open, let us rest, let us allow Spirit to guide us, and let us know that all is well. All is well. And so it is.
Thank you, Rev. Deb. That made me want to change my song that I'm doing, but no, I think I'll just stick with what I had. But there's another one that would really fit well with what you said. Okay. Anyway. Baby, do you understand me now? Sometimes you see that I am mad, but don't you know that no one alive can always be an angel? When everything goes wrong, you just might see some bad. Oh, I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. You know, sometimes I'm so carefree with a joy that is hard to hide. Then sometimes it seems that all I have is worry, and the then you're bound to see my other side. But I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. If I seem edgy, I want you to know I never meant to take it out on you. Life has its problems and I got more than my share. But that's one thing I never meant to do, 'cause I love you. You know, I'm just human. Don't you know I have faults like anyone? Sometimes I find myself alone regretting some little foolish thing, some simple thing that I have done. But I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. 'Cause I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. I try so hard, so please, please don't let me be misunderstood. Don't let me be misunderstood. Oh.
Now is the time to share of our abundance. And for those of you joining us online, there are multiple ways to give of your offerings and donations that are scrolling across the screen. Those of you who are present here in this room are welcome to approach the podium to place your offerings in the basket provided on the stage. Know that everyone's offerings are essential to our ministries, and we are sincerely grateful for all you can share, whatever the amount. So I'm going to invite, I'm going to invite you to place your hand over your heart or hold your gift in your hand and just take a breath in and just say the blessing with me. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Jennifer is wondering why I changed the song. I'm so sorry, but I know you all can sing along. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Now please help me bless these offerings. Thank you, sweet Spirit, for these and all your gifts. We are grateful for the provision for all our ministry needs and more. We are thankful for the infinite abundance of the universe, for our good health, for our friends and family, and especially for the opportunity to express our love and appreciation for each other. In this moment of gratitude, we allow ourselves to appreciate the abundance and prosperity that comes to our center. Each gift and giver are blessed and valued, and we now declare that each person's peacefulness, joy, and abundance is increased 1,000-fold. Please join me by anchoring this prayer with, and so it is.
It has been so wonderful to be together this morning and celebrate this time of year with you all, with our wonderful service this morning. Please don't forget to take advantage of the prayer being offered in our prayer garden by our practitioners, of the wonderful food and fellowship that we have in the social hall, which is right through the kitchen there. Remember to sign up for classes, and we'll have a wonderful week.
All right, if you please stand, we're going to go out with a peace song. You can join hands if you'd like, or if you would like a contactless experience, just put your hand on your heart. We will honor that. On earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Let us go forward today knowing that our purpose, our intention lives through us as us. Let's say it together. I am an expression of the divine. I am expression of the divine. I am willing to step. I'm not used to doing this, so thank you. I am willing to step forth. Thank you. Into my life. And so it is.
When you hear a voice no one else can hear, when it's clear and loud, ringing in your ear, and you finally know what it's time to do, that's your true calling, calling you. That's your true calling, calling you. When your heart's wide open 'cause your mind's been changed, and the dreams you dream, they're just not the same. There's a gate that's open you can walk right through. That's your true calling, calling you.
Yeah.
That's your true calling, calling you. You ask yourself, is this a voice I can trust? You think you can't, but you know that you must. When you're going to fall if you let go, but there's only one way you'll ever know. Those wings you keep folded are meant to be used. That's your true calling, calling you. That's your true calling, calling you. You ask yourself, is this a voice I can trust? You think you can't, but inside, you must. You're afraid you'll fall if you let go, but there's only one way you'll ever know. Those wings you keep folded are meant to be used when your true calling is calling you. That's your true calling, calling you.
I'm going to be in the practice over here. Okay? This is the one I should start.
Well, you know, this is a lot like the one you shared in a different way. A little harder, but it's the same thing. You are really Hey.
Oh, this is your phone? What's it doing?
Oh, no, this is
What's it doing? Yeah, I was like,
I thought you picked it up with that.